Hello World Wide Web, I'm Dr. Shado, the internet personality with a dog in his face, and his hair tied back for extra seriousness. Now, there's this big thing going on right now. I'm very happy that Channel Awesome has continued to keep the noise being generated, they keep everyone, informed that yes, the copyright stuff is still a problem, and it didn't just get forgotten about in a week. I'm very happy about that. But I must, express my personal opinion on exactly where this direction is going right now and the problems that could come up in it. Because I didn't really get much of a huge push for the when I made my last video, creator rights, and my expression of what I think would actually work to possibly solve this problem in the future and make sure it doesn't come up again. I mean, I don't think it's a perfect plan or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that if people would pick through it, they could figure out what could be refined and fixed here and there, and we could move forward with that. But that didn't get quite as much of a reaction as the first one. But the first one I did, just responding to Doug Walker's initial, what the hell YouTube video, that ended up as a recommended video on the side of his what the hell YouTube video, and that's why that got so many views. But nevertheless, the thing that I am taking a little bit of umbrage with the WTFU hashtag is that it doesn't seem to have much of a long-term solution to it, which is, the whole thing with my angle on creator rights and getting that, getting a creator's bill of rights or something of the sort put down in law that, must be adhered to. It would not just be by Google, it would not just be by YouTube, it would be by all hosting sites for as long as it stays in the books. The thing with WTFU that I see the way that's going, I think that the best case scenario for everyone getting riled up, everyone posting the hashtag, everyone saying their own stories and spreading the word and getting everyone really worked up about this and pushing on YouTube and saying, hey, public outrage here, do something. I think that the best case scenario would be pretty much a band-aid. There would be changes made, and they would fix a lot of the things that we are complaining about right now. The best case scenario I'm talking about here. But the problem with that is that that would just be in YouTube's own policies and their own end-user license agreement and all that stuff. And as soon as the public outcry dies down, and as soon as the fight for the the WTFU hashtag is forgotten, they could just as easily snap their fingers and take away all of the provisions that were made, and nothing would stop them. So I don't see it really as much of a long-term solution because of that. Also, I think that a lot of the focus of, here's an example of a bad thing, here's an example of a bad thing, there's something that's going to come up quite a bit that I think maybe if it comes up too much could actually be used against creators. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail because I feel like it's like, hey, the weak point is over here. Please don't hit us there. We really, really want to actually win this battle. Don't hit the weak point, okay? Thanks. So I would like to perhaps get in contact with Doug Walker or some other bigger names and actually say to them directly, here's what I'm concerned about, and see if we can, come to an agreement here, if they think maybe that's about my concerns are unfounded or what have you. But the problem was when I did my, when WTFU really popped up, I, tagged in my previous video, and it hasn't really, none of the big guys really seem to have me on their radar. When I just put up the creator rights video, I, on Twitter, tagged in a whole bunch of guys, including Channel Awesome, including I Hate Everything, including, YourMovieSucks.org, and none of them responded. I mean, it was just one tweet, just one thing, and I'm sure they get a lot of tweets, and it probably could have fallen under the radar, but seriously, none of all the guys that I tagged in responded. Some of them weren't even, some of the guys I tagged in weren't even talking about the stuff, but I still had room, and I figured, well, many helps help, but nobody who I tagged in responded, favorited, retweeted, anything, even referenced it in passing. So that's kind of frustrating for my personal hope to actually push for creator rights. I really do think that that is a potential solution that would actually be for a long-term solution, something going forward. It would still much harder than just starting a hashtag and getting a whole bunch of people riled up and yelling on Twitter. But I think that the I'm not seeing the actual provisions to ensure that creators will have the protections of fair use just guaranteed to them. I don't see that coming through the Where's the Fair Use campaign. I see a potential for provisions to be made to get everyone to shut up and get everyone to move on and still keep a whole ton of power in the hands of the companies, but just get enough, just do barely enough to get everyone to just shh. And then, as soon as it's forgotten, it can be taken right back. Because nothing would stop it from that happening. And that's the whole thing that we're complaining about right now, is the whole content ID system. Nothing stops people from abusing it, so it gets abused. And if nothing is stopping anyone from taking away the provisions granted to creators, what do we think is going to happen then? So, yeah, I'm encouraged by the fact that people haven't shut up about it. That is great, in my opinion. The fact that it hasn't just died down. It had a pretty big risk for just fizzling out, and just people got pissed off for a week and then forgot about it. But at the same time, I still think that there is a lot more that needs to be focused on to really come up with the with a actual, solution to a solution that would stand the test of time. And in that sense, something to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen again. And that's the thing that's just... that's really all I really had to say today, really did. And, yeah, I guess that's... I usually do these videos for a lot longer. Oh, this will be faster to upload then, so thank you all for watching. I've been Shado, and remember, hashtag WTFU or hashtag creator rights. Why don't we do both?